Let's talk. I want to grab onto the minister aspect, because that's a big part of who you are, your faith,
Hmm.
and how that in propels you, like in your practice, like how it guides you.
Right.
Talk to us a little bit about how your faith influences your
Right.
practice.
Especially as a divorce attorney, first of all, as a woman of faith, that there's that big question of how can you do divorce law, especially since I was doing family, I was doing adoptions and guardianships and all these things. And I came to the realization that I needed to concentrate on divorce because there are so many people, particularly women of color and women of faith and women in my age group, the 50s, the 60s, who believe that it's God's will for them to stay in a marriage, even though the marriage is unhealthy and dangerous to them, and leaving a dangerous legacy for their kids. Who some are young kids, some are adult kids, but it's like they've been watching this relationship and this disrespect. So for me, the only calling on my life, the only thing that God ever really impressed upon my heart in terms of a calling is to minister to the broken.
Mm.
And I see that. I see that with women who have stayed home, who have taken lower salary jobs so that they could be home with the children, support their spouses, and then their husbands decide they're done, they want to move on. Why wouldn't I, as a woman of God, want to get in there and help that sister to and I always straighten my back because that's what I'm doing. I help them get that back straight so that they can move forward in this divorce process in a way they're gonna end up with some dignity at the end of it, as opposed to taking advice. A lot of times the the higher income waging spouse will say, well, we need to save money, so you just use my lawyer.
Oh
It's like,
dear.
baby, don't do that. We will work out how you can get the money. There are ways. A lot of women don't recognize that they have access to money. Sometimes I just bet on myself. If they're high assets, I'm like, I'll get it.
Hmm.
I will get the
Right.
money. Let's just go. You do your part, right? You- I'll show you how you can come up with enough for the retainer. I'll get the rest.